Greetings and welcome to Let's Play Wet Haired Woman. Oh, wait. I just wanted to do a quick vlog again to say some things. Yeah, that's kind of the point of a vlog, I guess. What have I been up to? I said, oh, I will be back soon. I hope you can hear it, that I got rid of my cough. Kinda. I can already feel. Yeah, I felt a cough coming up just as I said this, but it's not as bad as it used to be. So, what have I been up to? As you can see, I've been playing Star Wars: The Old Republic. Why did I start this game? Because all or most of my online friends whom I spent most of my free time with actually played it, and yeah, I didn't want to say it split the group apart, but we have like 2 people who really enjoy this game and the rest already cancelled their subscriptions. I actually wanted to do some sort of let's play / review on the game, because I couldn't condense my hatred in just 15 minutes review, but I decided not to bother. I'm not going to bother with this game. I knew I wouldn't like it. I knew it's not my game. I tried my best to like it, and it's just not there. Simple as that. And 1 second. I just realized I'm still in TeamSpeak and I don't want to record someone suddenly talking. There are several reasons why I don't like this game. It's just not fun. That's the main problem. In my opinion, I don't like it. You may like it. Sure. I don't know. Perhaps I have higher standards or something, I don't know. I'm not even comparing it to World of Warcraft, because I'm pretty sure some people will complain. Not all games can be like World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is 7 years old. No, I didn't expect it to be as soon as it gets released like World of Warcraft or any other long-term MMO I have played. I didn't expect 10 battlegrounds and 20 raid instances and polished. Everything is polished and whatever. But MMO has, in my opinion, correct me if I'm wrong, so 3.5, 3 and 2.5, I will explain the 2.5 pillars that support the game. One is PvE, raiding, and I didn't level up a char long enough to get into raiding. I can only tell you guys what other people said. Some guilds actually say that the last boss on Nightmare mode, and it was a hardcore World of Warcraft raiding guild, was actually one of the most enjoyable fights they had in a game. And I don't know what this fight is up about. Honestly, I don't care. The thing is, what I've read in high-level instances, if you play a tank, you might as well leave the keyboard while tanking, because you are stunned, mesmerized, taken out of combat all the time. And one of my biggest gripes is the raid setup. You know, in dungeons you have like 4 people, 1 tank, 1 healer, 2 damage dealer, makes sense. And in raids you can have up to 16 raid members, which means 4 full groups. How are the roles distributed? You have 1 tank, 1 to 2 healer, and the rest are damage dealer. Okay, something went wrong there. I didn't expect it to have like four. You need four tanks. You don't need four tanks in World of Warcraft 25 man weights. But at least two. I don't know. For me, it's bad game design. I'm sorry. And then you don't have dual skills. You choose your tank role, and then you are expected to change roles, which costs like 100,000 credits per change. And this is something I don't really enjoy. I enjoy being a tank, and we already had a tank in our group, but I don't know. Okay, I'm honest with you. This is nitpicking. This is nitpicking. But still, from what I've read, farming the hero modes and stuff isn't that enjoyable, and I didn't really want to get into hardcore raiding. Let's take PvP. I have no clue. Well, perhaps they did it just at the beginning, but it would have been nice if they mentioned it somewhere. As soon as you hit level 10, you can enter a battleground. And you are in the same battlegrounds as people who are up to level 50. Your stats get adjusted. So I think everyone has about 13,000 health or something. So even if you're level 10, your gear scales as if you were level 50. So you're not a one-shot kill. A problem is you don't have the skills, of course. Because if you're level 10, you have like 5 skills or something. I don't know, it depends on the class. And if you're level 50, you have stuns, you have mesmerizers, you have knockbacks, you have whatever. So that, I don't know, perhaps they did it for leveling. Sure, it makes sense, and they want to change it. They want to make it 1 to 49 brackets and 50 brackets are alone. You can argue with that. Problem with PvP is that, in my opinion, it's totally unbalanced. Most of the time, at least on my server, we were playing Hutball, which is some, capture the flag with one flag game mode. And you have to bring the flag in the opposite. It's kind of like soccer. You have the ball and you take the ball to the goal of the enemy party. Problem with PvP in this game is everyone has mesmerizers, everyone has stuns, everyone can knock you back. There are lethal environments all around, and I didn't have fun in there. I felt like a punching ball, not because I got beaten all the time. I even had games where my side won. But if you're always stunned and someone knocks you off the cliff and into some pits and fireplaces and whatever, it was enjoyable. Why is Hutball the only one that opens up most of the time? Because in Hutball, I don't know, you know these fat slug things, we call it Hut, Jabba the Hutt, that's its name. Because you can play on this against your own side. The other PvP areas are Republic against Imperials, whatever. So in my server we have a lot of Imperials and barely any Republics. It's kind of like this in all servers. And yeah. So PvP, I don't like. The third column is leveling, and if you like games like Mass Effect, if you like games like Dragon Age, if you like, KOTOR, then this may be a pretty enjoyable game for you. If you ever sat down and played KOTOR and said, well, this game needs more grinding and more kill quest, and lots more traveling around by foot without anything happening, then yeah, you might enjoy Star Wars, The Old Republic. I know people will flame me for that I call myself a RPG lover, and I never finished KOTOR. There are several reasons for that. First of all, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. And yeah, I am not a huge Star Wars fan. Let me explain. I love episode 4, 5 and 6. I watch these movies quite a lot. I know the story, I know what's happening there, that's it. I watched episode 1 and 2 few times and episode 3 like one time. I never read any comics, I never read any books, I never watched any anime series, I never interested myself how many Twi'leks live on which planet, or how many whatever live whatever, wherever and whatever. So I know Star Wars like the top border. So I wasn't really interested in a Star Wars RPG because I couldn't immerse myself in the game world. I'm more one of the classical, there are orcs and elves and dwarves and humans, and that's my thing. That's where I feel comfortable, that's where I can immerse myself and stuff like that. Then I didn't get KOTOR when it came out. I actually bought it recently on Steam, and yeah, that's the problem with most old games. You are used to something better. I'm pretty sure if I would play Dungeon Master today, and I never played it before, I doubt I would love it as much as I do now, because there's a huge rose-tinted glasses on my face regarding this game, or most of the games that I've played so far. And yeah, that's the main reason why I didn't get into KOTOR. And yeah, you know my hatred for dialogue-heavy role-playing games, and that's one of my biggest gripes on this game. I don't know. There was like this some Sys Lord or whatever. He was my tutor. I was playing a Sys warrior at this moment, and he congratulated me on a job well done. I think I killed someone or whatever, and I have a yeah. The first partner you get is someone who enjoys being nice and being good and stuff like that. I don't know what purpose they follow with this thing. Like, oh, there's this knight. We are giving him a good companion for the first quarter of the game. The problem is, with MMOs, I'm thinking long term. With MMOs, I'm not immersing myself like, oh, I am playing this warrior now. I only see if I choose this side, then she will hate me, and then she will work horribly and not do stuff at all. Not to mention the game mechanics is kinda strange. I will explain this later. Anyways, I was I'm drifting away. Okay, so there was this Lord, and he was congratulating me. And one of the options, you usually have three options. A good option, which is most of the time number one, a neutral option, and being an evil option. You don't get points for all the time, but most of the time you are the evil option, just being snobbish or being like, oh, I am the best. And my companion didn't like being evil or being hungry for might and stuff. So, and I tried to get good faction points with her because she's my first companion. I'm kind of dependent on her, and I actually wanted to play a good sis for some reasons. I don't know. I didn't like the Cisco option. I will explain this later. So I was playing a good sis, and this Sis Lord congratulated me, and one of the options just said thanks. Nothing more, nothing less. Thanks. I was like, okay, I choose this option. Suddenly my character goes into a tirade. We will rule the universe soon together, my lord. We will conquer every civilization, stuff like that. And I was like, what the fuck? There was no indication that my character suddenly gets into this tirade about conquering the galaxy just by the word thanks. So I lost, well, 1 faction point. It's not much, you can make up for this. But still. And then there's this illogic. It depends. You only get character points for your companions, or companion points, for the companion that's actually active at the moment. So you can be a total asshole when Mr. Mike is out, but if Mrs. whatever is out, you can be totally nice. And there the dungeons are called flashpoints. And actually read the forum about doing the flashpoints. You can solo the first one when you're level 25. And you can gain good side points and evil side points, or you can go through the whole flashpoint being neutral. And someone actually made a list of most companions you can have and what options you have to choose if you want to gather good side points, neutral side points, or evil side points. And then he told you, yeah, if you do this for 8 hours, you max out your faction with your character, with your companion. And depending on what side you choose, you can max out the good side or the evil side in the same time. So it doesn't even matter what you say during the dialogues, because you can just grind your faction with your companion this way, or just give them expensive jewelry and stuff, or technology, or army items. I don't know. Sometimes I can kill innocent people and I lose like 30 faction points. But as soon as I give her like some technology for 300 credits, which is nothing, I can get up to 60 faction points. I'm sorry, I cannot immerse myself into something ridiculous as that. If I roleplay, if I really roleplay, I immerse myself into the character. I want the game to be like I am actually this character, and this is real. If somebody kills innocent people in my presence, he can give me whatever the fuck he wants. I am not going to talk with this person anymore, no matter what's up. What the fuck? I know, nitpicking again. The problem is, leveling in this game is tedious, in my opinion. BioWare announced that there will be no kill quest in this game. This game will have innovative quests and they will be awesome and stuff. And they are kinda right. So far, I don't think... I did get some kill quests from time to time, but most of the time you get a bonus quest when you kill an enemy. So you are like in an area, you kill an enemy and then a text appears, oh, bonus mission, kill 6 more or something. Which is fine at first. I mean, 6 enemies, you are in the area. Anyways, it's free experience. Later on, you get to kill like 35 enemies. And I don't know how much you have to kill at level 50. I was grinding the fuck out with my best friend when we are playing this game together. And this isn't the year 2000 anymore. This isn't EverQuest. I didn't even feel so grindy in World of Warcraft. Yes, I'm saying it, World of Warcraft. Then there are the dialogues, of course. Like I said, I didn't care for the story, because in my opinion the story is totally bogus. Because no matter what you do, the story plays the same. There are some minor differences. Like somebody attacks you, you defeat him in a battle, and then you can choose to let him live or kill him instantly. If you let him live, then he's going to ambush you 2-3 quest steps later on, and then you kill him in self-defense. And if you kill him at a moment instantly, then 2-3 quest steps, his best friend is going to attack you, and you have to kill his best friend in self-defense. So you can play, and this is going to, if you play an evil character and you gather evil points, you get the so-called cis corruption. You saw this in Palpatine, you saw this with Anakin. Your eyes slowly turn red, you get some veins showing, your skin turns grey, stuff like that. You look like a freaking motherfucker, you know? And I know perhaps it's some MMO, I don't have to expect too much, blah blah blah. If you play a Jedi, if you play a freaking Jedi, an evil Jedi, and you are running around looking like Pinhead from Hellraiser, people are still acting as if you are the good guy. I don't know. If somebody has the head of a child in his right hand, I'm not going to think, hey, he's a good guy because he's a Jedi. No. But the story plays the same, so another boo for the story. The problem with the leveling is the dialogues. You can skip the dialogues, but even that is tedious, especially if you are like me and you want to keep your companion points high. You skip. Okay, what did he say? I have to choose option 3 now. Skip. Option 2 now. It's totally unnecessary. I don't know. I always imagined, like, if I play a good character, why don't you give me the option like, I'm playing a good character, always choose the good option? I don't know. This game plays like a single player RPG with some quirks that are MMO related, and I don't like it. I didn't really have fun. I was with my friend in Teams in Skype, and he leveled character level 50 before. I started a few weeks later than he, and he was yeah, that is another thing. When you reach level 10 with your class, you have to choose between two paths. Take the Jedi warrior, for example. The Sith warrior, for example. The Sith warrior, when he turns level 10, has to choose between the Juggernaut path, where he can become a tank or a damage dealer, and you have to choose between the Marauder path. The Marauder can wield 2 lightsabers at once, and he has 2 damage dealer tweez. And both classes share 1 twee, where every class has 3 tweez, 2 unique for them, and 1 is shared with the other pass. It's kind of strange. I don't know. The problem is, if you choose a pass, you cannot choose the different pass. It's done. You are level 10, you choose the Juggernaut pass, you are Juggernaut until you delete this character. And my best friend, was playing Sith Inquisitor, and he was taking, I think, the Shadow pass, where he can play more like a rogue-like character. And you can be a tank, or you can be a 2 damage dealer tweez. And as soon as he hit 50, he was like, well, this class doesn't do any damage, this class isn't fun in PvP, this class sucks, I want to play the other pass, which he couldn't. Then I started playing, and he said, okay, I'm going to play this class again. And yeah, the problem is, the story is the same. It doesn't change one tiny bit. And yeah. he wasn't that interested in playing the story again. He chose the first time the dark pass and this time the light pass with me, but it didn't really matter. He said most of the quests are the same. And yeah. People will complain, no, of course, well, in World of Warcraft you always have the same quests. And yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. If you play World of Warcraft, you always have the same quests. But do you know the difference? When I first played World of Warcraft, I went to a quest hub. I right-clicked on every question, exclamation mark that said there is a quest on this NPC, and I read the text. No? People always say, there is no story in World of Warcraft. I'm sorry, if you cannot read, then yes, there is no story. If you have some NPCs tell you what to do, then yes, you don't have a story in World of Warcraft. But actually it's a story. And the first time I played this game, I read the quest texts. What is happening here? Oh, there are orcs coming from the north and I have to defend, blah 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 blah. I read every quest text I did when I first played World of Warcraft 7 years ago. The second character I leveled, I chose a different path. Another thing, I will go into detail with SWTOR. I chose the different, you have two main islands in World of Warcraft. The Eastern Kingdoms, where the humans, the dwarves, the gnomes, the undead, well, undead horde of course, and now the blood elves, and yes, blood elves start. And you have Durotar, where most of the Horde races start. So the first time I played, I was mostly questing in the Eastern Kingdoms, and the second time I was mostly questing in Durotar. Up to level 40, then with level 40 you kinda have the same zones to level. You have to go to Booty Bay and stuff like that. There wasn't that huge difference. But still, every quest I took, I read the text. But on those quests I already did, I didn't bother reading the text. I didn't have to sit to some cutscene, hitting space all the time, choosing 5 minutes dialogue options. I could just go into a village, click, 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 click. I know these already. I have to go north and do stuff. Well, voila, wonderful leveling. When Cataclysm came out and all the quests changed, I started a character again and I read the quests again. I am kinda interested in story. But the difference is, in World of Warcraft, I click all my texts, I have 5 quests there, and I can read them while traveling to the destination where I go. Multitasking, huh? Or while I'm flying or whatever. In SWTOR, this isn't like that. You have to choose the quest, you have to talk with the quest NPC now, and then you have to walk 5 minutes to the north and have nothing to do at all. You can read the codex if you want to again, but nitpicking perhaps, but I'm just sharing my experience. I'm not saying that this game is horrible beyond recognition. Like I said, if you love Mass Effect, if you ever wanted to play Mass Effect with more people, this is your game. I'm pretty sure a lot of my subscribers who are into the dialogue-heavy RPGs, they will have a blast. You can buy it for €44 or whatever you pay in whatever currency you want, and try out the 3 months. If you like story-heavy RPGs, I'm just sharing my opinion. I'm not saying this is bad, never buy it. I'm just saying how I felt this game, how I experienced this game. I didn't like it. Then again, I knew I wouldn't like it. There's so many things I said I will explain later, but I totally forgot about them. So we have the 3 pillars, the 3 main pillars, which is PvE, sucks, in my opinion. Raiding, PvP, sucks. And leveling sucks. Some people actually love leveling characters, which is totally fine, but well. Then there's one half which is trade skills. Trade skills in SWTOR are like this. You have 3 different trade skills, usually which are in 3 categories. You have the crafting trade skills, you have mission trade skills, and you have gathering trade skills. You can have, I think, 3 gathering trade skills, or 1 gathering, 1 mission. You can only have 1 crafting trade skill at all. And the gathering trade skills are like this. You, can pick up stuff that's laying around in the world. If you are a herbalist, or whatever it's called, you can pick up herbs, or you can pick up items from animals. If you are a cybertech gathering trade skill part, I don't know how it's called in English, I'm sorry. You can pick up stuff that's lying around, and you can pick up droids and stuff like that. So, gathering. You can send your crew members to missions, or send them out gathering, so you pay a few credits and they bring back some gathering materials. I don't see the point in doing it for these things, because it usually costs more money than you can get back. They bring back like 4 items. If you kill 4 animals, you will get more items. But you have the option. That's okay. Then there are the mission trade skills. The mission trade skills are items, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, you can get items you can't get otherwise. You need these items for blue, epic, purple, and whatever crafting items, which is not that important in lower levels, but you kind of want this in higher levels. And you have the crafting options, and you have to send your crew members to crafting. You cannot craft yourself. You cannot do missions yourself. The only thing you can do is gathering. The main problem what I read in the forum and what I kinda expected is you get quite a lot of good gear from, for example, PvPing. You get quite a lot of good gear from grinding on the last planet. Oh yes, planets, I have to remember this. Grinding on the last planet and buying items for tokens you can get there from doing daily quests, killing monsters, stuff like that. So the gathering or the crafters are always complaining that you don't need the crafting items at all. Some people say they make a fortune selling, but I don't really believe them. Perhaps they are some people who are new to MMOs. When I started World of Warcraft, I was buying new items every 2nd or 3rd level. If it gave me +2 strength, I was like, I have to buy it. I have to be the best. Yeah, you don't really need that. Even in SWTOR, you get quite a lot of items while questing or grinding, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, when you're level 50, you do a few days or hours of PvP and you get better items, or you go grinding and get better items but you can craft, or you go doing flashpoints and get better items than what you can craft, or of course waiting should be, in my opinion, higher. I know crafting is kinda hard to balance, but if you have so many different crafting skills and only one, which is biochemy, is interesting because they create medipacks and kind of buff food or whatever. Yeah, that's a problem. Yes, people saying the crafting skill system is dead. They need to revamp this from scratch because it sucks. That's one of the half things I mentioned. I kind of got the other half. what also minor thing is what people love in MMOs. I don't know. What I'm going to talk about now are the planet or the questing system or the leveling. I explained this in World of Warcraft. You have two totally different parts to choose from, up to level 40, even higher, depends, or 30. I can't remember. Don't take everything I say with a grain of salt, please. You have different questing areas to do. So, as soon as you reach Outland, you kinda have to go a straight route. Depends. You are leaving Outland pretty fast. I always go there. Yeah, you can enter Outland with 58 and you can leave it with 68. Most of the time I'm questing through three zones or something. Whatever. North End kind of the same, and in Cataclysm you have the linear progression. You can skip one or two zones, but you shouldn't. So you do have some options on where to go and what to do. You don't have this in SWTOR. Every character has the same path. We have 4 classes on each side, and 2 classes start on the same starting planet. The Bounty Hunter and the Imperial Agent start on Huta, and the Sith Inquisitor and Sith Warrior start on whatever. But the second planet for them is always the Empire of the Sith is stationed there. And after that you go to this planet and this planet, blah blah. You always have the same path. What the hell? If I play a second character, I have to do the exact same fucking missions, except my class missions. Class missions are a totally different problem. But I have to go AFK quick. Be right back. And I'm back. Yay. I kind of forgot where I was. Crafting, PvP, PvE sucks. This sucks. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know anymore. Oh yes, the linear progression. Like I said, the thing is, you always have to play the same standard quests. These story-driven quests of your character are kinda interesting. I have to admit this. I was always... I never skipped them, because they were most of the time they were really good. The problem is, if you play with a friend together, you have to either wait for him to finish his quests, or you can go into spectator mode. You can kind of help him with killing stuff, but if you have a dialogue scene, he chooses all the options. So I was playing with my best friend again, and he already played the Sith Inquisitor, so he was skipping the dialogue scene, so there was no point. Not that I was interested in it. And so, yeah, it was kind of like, I went outside where you do, most of the time he never had to kill something, he just have to do some dialogues, which is skipped, and I was like, I'm waiting here for 5 minutes now while you finish your quest. Good idea, bad done, in my opinion. Questing together is kind of funny anyways, since every time you have a dialogue option, there is a random roll. And the person who wins the roll gets to choose the dialogue path. Now, this may turn out into some very schizophrenic group. And they kind of try to balance it out so not only one person is winning all the time, that the person who lost gets a bonus to the rolling. But the funny thing is, you have an option between a good and an evil answer. Player A chooses the good side, player B chooses the evil side. Player B wins. Player A still get good points, but has to experience the evil path, which mostly includes killing someone. So after that you're killing the person and you're like, yeah, I kinda wanted to help him, but well, he's dead now. Also, companion points are in the same system. Player A chooses option A, player B chooses option B, and you get the points for companion depending on what option you choose. Immersion. Anyways. I didn't like this system. For me, it's not really playing together because it was, I don't know, it felt awkward. It felt really awkward. And like I said, I really wanted to like this game, but I found nothing in the game that was for me enjoyable. The funny thing is, I switched over to the English language pack, and the English voices are, like most of the time, a lot better. So yeah, I'm still giving it a try. I'm still playing it every evening until my 3 months runs out. If you are a heavy Star Wars fan, I can suggest this game to you. I said, if you like Mass Effect, etc., I can suggest this game to you. If you are new to MMOs, I'm not sure if you will like it. If you are like me and you don't like the story-driven RPGs and you actually want gameplay in your game, then this isn't the game for you. 2 things before I carry on, because I'm pretty sure some people won't go so far until now. If you flamed me for my opinion about KOTOR or the story-heavy RPGs, I will block you, because I am so unbelievably sick of people telling me how wrong I am in my opinion. Seriously, no. If you flamed me for playing a female character, then I will block you too, because I am so sick of hearing this. All the time, in every forum, every time, about once a month in the WoW forum, someone makes a search, why are guys playing female characters? I don't understand it. Beep, 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 beep. I don't know, why should I play a male character? I am a male character in real life. I'm trying to get some immersion, and I usually, I kind of prefer to look at a female character instead of a male one. Male ones, at least in SWTOR and most other games, look kind of dumb. Honestly, they not my type, not my style. I prefer this. I prefer looking every day at this instead of some dude with a porn stash and whatever. You kind of have different options too, depending on gender. So, anyways, I wanted to mention a few other things. Since I got my new graphics card, I actually got to play some, newerish games. I, for example, played Half-Life 2, and I was like, whoa, this is awesome. Yes, I finally can play Half-Life 2. I also played The Witcher 1. I was really looking forward to it. And I have to say, I am amazed. I love this game. I love this dark fantasy setting. I love Geralt. Yes, you have a lot of talking to do in The Witcher too, but the dialogues actually, in my opinion, have substance. They actually feel like I can really feel immersed in this game. I can feel Geralt is like this snarky asshole most of the time and stuff like that. And if you make a decision, it actually plays out. There are choices, real choices. not unlike SWTOR. I don't know how it is in KOTOR. I'm pretty sure KOTOR is the same choice-wise. Again, fantasy setting versus science fiction setting. But I really, really enjoy The Witcher. I have no complaints about this game. And I'm looking forward to beat it. I didn't play it that long because I kind of want to play in long streaks. I'm not someone who enjoys playing an RPG 1 or 2 hours in the evening before I go to bed after work and stuff like that. That's not my style. I prefer to play it on the weekend, starting 9 a.m., finishing 12 p.m., going to bed, done. Day over. That's how I prefer role-playing games. I also played some Sherlock Holmes game, which was quite enjoyable. Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. It's kind of like Sherlock Holmes meet Cthulhu, which is kind of like a wet dream for me because I love the Cthulhu mythos. I love Sherlock Holmes, and it's kind of interesting. Other games I planned so far, I didn't really plan. I was buying a new graphics card for SWTOR, sorry. I was playing it for World of Warcraft. I was buying it because I wanted to show some World of Warcraft videos or doing some SWTOR videos, which I won't do now. Problem is with Let's Playing at the moment. I kind of don't feel like Let's Playing. I don't know why. It's not that I have problems. I'm kind of fine and dandy. My PC is still pissing me off a little bit. The CPU cooler isn't working properly, but I already bought a new one. I will install it at the weekend. And work, yeah, it's stressful, but nothing too harsh. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel funny at the moment, and I don't feel like Let's Playing and be like, oh, greetings, la 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 la. I can't point at the reason. I don't know what it is. It's not like I'm pissed off at something. I mean, trolling was always bad, so I don't care. It's not like about my view count or something. I don't care about this anymore. I really don't care about it anymore. The Let's Playing community is so huge now, so big, and most people have their favorite Let's Player already. They are kinda, I have to watch this and that person, and I can kinda see that there is no point in hoping. There aren't any newcomers, in my opinion. From what I've seen, there is no new Let's Play star. Like, suddenly there is blah blah blah, and he has 100,000 subscribers gathered over months because he's so awesome and people want to see him and stuff like that. The Let's Play market is oversaturated, in my opinion. There are lots of different Let's Play styles, different Let's Player, people who play old games, people who play new games, and I have my, let's say, small fan base or community. I really don't feel comfortable with talking about my fan base. We have a small community going on here, and people who comment on my Facebook status, and people who reply to me on Twitter, people I talk with on Skype, stuff like that. So I feel kind of comfortable now with that, but I don't know, it's just like I don't really feel like Let's Playing at the moment. I'm not sure when it will come back. I'm kind of enjoying the free time I have, because the last few weeks, months, it kind of was like I have to record now and blah blah blah. It wasn't that I did it because I felt like, whoa, I can't wait for the weekend to Let's Play again. I had this for quite a long time, where I was like, oh, I can't wait for Saturday. Oh, Let's Playing, recording 8 hours, yeah. I don't have this at the moment. I'm pretty sure it will come back. I'm pretty sure it's just a bit time. But in the meantime, I may do some vlogs because I enjoy doing vlogs. Just concentrating on one topic and talking about it. Which kind of is, well, it's not really a request. I have lots of things to talk about, or just giving you an update of what happened this week. If you want me to talk about a certain topic, as long as it is not something, let's say, delicate, I won't rage about certain topics anymore. I don't really care about them anymore. If you want to know something from me, if you have questions, if you think I have something that may interest you for 1 hour if I talk about it, then yeah, you can ask me questions. So it's not really a Q&A. Q&A, in my opinion, is like, what is your favorite food? And then I'm like, yeah, I like to eat this and that. And it's like 5 minutes of talking. Like I said, if you want me to talk about a certain topic, let me know. One thing I kind of wanted to do, which I will most likely do sooner or later, is going through the role-playing games list on good old games and giving you my insight or talking about these. Some of the games, well, the ones I know, and make some recommendations on what you should check out and what you should avoid, in my opinion. That's kind of it. Final conclusion. SWTOR, it is not downright horrible. It may become a lot better in the future. I really hope that it becomes better, and I am looking forward to have an enjoyable new MMO experience, but at the moment it's not my cup of tea. And yeah, like I said, if you have some topics for me to talk about, let me know. Other than that, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see each other soon. So take care and goodbye.